Hey there, my name is Soji Sakata. Welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to be doing another video from Just Rolled In. As I've said before, I am an ASE certified Master Tech in automotive light truck. At least I used to be. I have a college degree in automotive, and I actually make a living as an auto mechanic right now. So I thought it'd be fun to go through some of these old Just Rolled In videos and see some of the ridiculous things that people do to their cars in the effort of saving money, in the effort of just negligence. I guess that's the lack of effort. Just all around bad ideas of things you should never, ever, ever do to a car. So with that being said, I'm not going to do these big 31-minute videos as they're just compilations of the smaller videos. We're just going to go through and hit all the smaller ones. That'll cover them all, and it makes the content a little bit more bite-sized and easy to grasp. So with that being said, make sure you hit the like and subscribe down below. It helps me out a ton. If you want to watch me live, you can come check me out on twitch.tv/SojiSakata. I stream multiple times a week. I'm always sim racing on Monday nights. And if you want to come out and listen to me call some races, check out twitch.tv/CSC Racing League. I am the MC of our events there. I host the races and call them as we watch our drivers fight for the championship Friday night in the Street Stock Short Track League and Saturday night in the Cup Series. We are also accepting drivers at any time, so if you like racing, you like sim racing, you like car content, give me a like, follow, check me out on Twitch, and with that being said, let's get into this. Customer states no clutch, no brakes, still drove it, because of course you did. Oh, customer, not a good idea.
Hey guys, welcome to a new episode of Just Rolled In.
This 2021 Audi A5 rolled in with the customer stating, scraping sound from the left rear.
What on earth? Really? Come on. How does that even get there? What do you... Is that metal? I don't know. They didn't give us any details on that. Like... You know what? Being an Audi customer, though, that usually means they have some level of money and they probably just didn't want to be bothered to look. So, I guess, I don't know, I guess if you're rich enough, just go for it, but you know if that was on a Chevy or something, some good old boy had been under there taking a look at it.
Car came in, possible blown head gasket.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'd say so.
That is coolant in the exhaust. Yep, if you got coolant in the exhaust, you definitely blew the head gasket, because that's the only way for coolant to get into the exhaust.
This 2018 Civic came in with the customer stating that he hears a loud knocking noise while going over bumps. The technician found the sway bar end link bolt not secured all the way.
So this connects to a bar, which runs to the other side of the car, and connects to another one of these links, and it ties the struts together. So if one tries to go up and the other tries to go down, it twists that bar, and of course the bar wants to resist that, so it actually tries to push back, and that's what keeps the body of your car level on the ground when you're driving, or taking corners and stuff. Very useful part. But these cheap aluminum designs with the ball joints in the end of them, they go bad all the time, and they sound horrible when they do. Big pain in the butt.
Customer states.
Oh no, I can already tell you what's wrong with it. It's a Jeep Wrangler that's been lifted, and it's on those cheap black deep Dick CPEC wheels. I have a hate for all Jeep Wranglers. I don't hate owners of Jeep Wranglers. I understand there's a thing for it. But Jeeps are designed to be used off-road, and they can be used on-road in their stock configuration. But when you lift the Jeep and change all of the suspension geometry, and you add all of these winches and light bars and everything else, and then you proceed to drive it to the mall and never actually take it off-road, all you're doing is destroying your suspension and your drive line. I have seen so many Jeeps come in. I blew the transmission. I blew the rear differential. My suspension's out for the 4th time in 80,000 miles. I'm like, yeah, you drive a lifted Jeep and you don't take it off-road. That's what it's for. If you want to drive it on-road, stop lifting it. That ruins it.
As I upgraded my brakes to 4-wheel disc, I can't get a brake pedal no matter how much I bleed.
Oh, bruh. So, this here is the brake hose. This is where the fluid comes in. It's installed properly. The brake caliper looks to be in good. Bolts are tight. This is the brake bleeder. As the caliper fills up with fluid, and because it starts empty, of course, when it's new, it fills up with fluid. However, there's air that gets trapped that has to be let out so the thing can fully release and fill with fluid. So the bleeder is this part, which is at the bottom. The air is going to go to the top. This is the caliper for the other rear wheel on the left side. That somebody put the calipers on the wrong side of the car, and now all you get is fluid because all your air is trapped up here with no way out.
I think the bleeder's supposed to be on top, right?
And let me guess. Yep. I have had this exact problem myself. I've had customers come in. I don't get it. My brakes won't bleed. You lift it up. Sure enough, they've put 2 new calipers on it. Bleeders on the opposite sides, and they never even looked.
Yep, I believe that's it.
American Tire Depot said they can't patch this and need to replace it. AAA, who put my spare tire on, said that it's patchable. What do you think?
That is close. Though, general rule of thumb is that anything outside of this groove here is unpatchable. However, I have seen with great success patches in this area of the tire. Because this is out here right on the edge, that's gutsy. If this screw is here, where the white's at, no problem. I'd say patch that up. Should hold just fine. Here, that's close. That's one you tell the customer if they want to do it, they have to sign a waiver. We'll try it, but if it doesn't hold, we're not liable.
For some reason we can't get this turbo to fit. It's weird. Maybe it's upside down. Flip it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Oh, it's an electric. Okay. I couldn't tell what they were working on there. I'm like, why doesn't this fit? What am I looking at? This is an all-electric car, and that's the all-electric drivetrain. Electric cars cannot use turbos. Okay, they're goofing around.
Customer states, I think my
That's 2 techs having fun in
my
the
brakes
shop.
are
I like
grinding.
that.
All 4 corners were metal on metal. Then the shop found this. It
Oh.
was so deafening, I'm surprised they heard anything. No repairs were performed. When the customer picked it up, the shop could still hear the exhaust from 3 blocks away.
Wow. Yeah, that's not doing
Customer
anything.
states, what is a
Yikes.
shaft seat?
I don't even have to tell you what that is. That's Coke and pop cans do not belong on your exhaust, and when the pipes aren't attached to each other, your exhaust is no longer useful. So that's supposed to be sealed. Oh no, that's a clutch. That's an AC compressor. So yeah, this is a clutch. And that's supposed to be attached to the outside ring so that it spins together. That is no longer happening, which makes this part useless. Oh, and that would be another reason why. Yep. That's what happened to it. The compressor broke inside. Something internal let go. It locked it up, and the belt somehow managed to be strong enough to rip. This has some type of like rubber bushing or something on the end of the AC compressor, and it shredded it. I'm surprised the belt didn't burn off of that first. Usually that'll just lock the pulley up, but this, I guess, was weaker. That's surprising. Not seen that one before.
This customer rolled in and had driven through what appears to be wet concrete.
Oh no. I said it in the last video. I'm going to say it in this one. If the road is closed, don't drive down it. You can do irreparable damage to your car if you get concrete in the wrong places. Do not drive through wet ground of any kind. Mud is acceptable. That washes off. Concrete, asphalt, these things do not come off your car.
We have a nice option on this
88 Ford. It's got an automatic start. You just come down here and dick the wires a little bit, and then you introduce the starting. Bam. By the time you get to the door,
No way!
fire it up. This vehicle.
That's great. So what's happening? When he reaches under, he shorts the way starters work. It has to have power and ground, but it doesn't get the signal for power until the wire is turned on. So somehow wiggling that wire is allowing the positive to short straight to the battery and engaging the starter, and then of course by shooting starting fluid through the radiator or up where near the radiator grill, it goes past through into the area where the air intake is at for the engine. It kind of shoots through there and gets sucked up into the air intake. And, of course, with the engine cranking, that starts the car. That is hilarious. I'm amazed. He must have had the key on already, because that shouldn't have been getting spark. So he must be able to do that with just the key on.
Rolled in with need for a brake clean.
A brake. What is the? What am I missing here?
This vehicle rolled in with need for a brake clean.
Brake clean. Those are pistons. What do you want about brake clean?
Customer
Okay, that one confuses me. I have no idea what he's on about with brake clean.
states the only person that can drive my car is Peter Dinklage. The
I cannot tell you how many old people come into my shop with their seats so close to the dashboard that I cannot get the calf on my leg through the gap between the front of the seat and the dashboard. I am 5'7", and these old ladies will come in. I get they're a little shorter than me, but we'll be talking like 5'4", 5'5", and they sit so close that I cannot get in their car. And I've asked them about, why do you sit so close to wheel? Well, I have to be able to see. It's like, oh boy. Oh boy. I don't know how people drive safely when they sit with their steering wheel in their chest.
power seat would only go up and forward, which is kind of a problem. The new power track would be $1,000, so the shop got a manual track from a junkyard and swapped it over.
Smart Shop WWW. That's the way to do it. Now, this one in this case is not this guy's fault that he's driving that close since his seat broke. Totally understandable. And that shop right there, that's the way you handle that problem. Hey, the electric seat doesn't work. You know, that's how you save your customer money and make him happy and make sure that that fix is going to last for the lifetime of the car, if not close to it. W Shop. Love it.
My air conditioner quit. I started smelling something funny. Opened the hood and there was smoke coming from right here. I don't know what's wrong with it.
Oh. Yeah, you can see the burned out section of the fuse box. Oh, that's an expensive repair.
Customer, you're right.
2004 Jeep Grand.
You know what? That one ain't on the customer either. That's not their fault that it caught fire like that, or tried to at least catch fire. I don't know if it did, but not the customer's fault. I don't know why he was being so up in arms about it. I mean, that is, yep, customer said the AC quit working, they smelled smoke. Customer was right. Oof. And here we go, another Jeep. So, I didn't say this on the first video. If you pay attention to these videos, there are majority of three kinds of vehicles. Anything from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram features here a lot. Anything that is sold stupid cheap, looking at you, Kia, Hyundai, old Toyotas and stuff that are like not even Toyotas. I shouldn't say Toyotas. Old junky cars that are well past their service life, Buick Park Avenues and stuff like that, because even the old Toyotas don't usually have that big of problems. But like old Chevy Prisms and crap and stuff like that. And the third thing is anything modified. Modified, old junky cars, or even things that were just sold stupid cheap when they were new, like Kias and Hyundais and stuff. And then anything from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. And to prove it, here we go with yet another Jeep.
And Cherokee. Customer states, Uncle said I could have it since his daughter messed it up. The vehicle rolled in with bad front and rear brakes. They'd been using the e-brake to stop.
Oh, for God's sake. So for what you're not, if you don't know what this is here, there are some rotors, like this one, where it's non-vented. That's just a big metal disc. This rotor used to be a twin-sided disc or a vented disc. And what that is there's two discs of material, and then these are actually fins in between there, and they vent to inside the hub usually. What that does is allow airflow between the rotors, or between the half of the rotors. Each half has airflow through it, and that clears some of the heat from the rotor. So they've driven so long the outside disc ground to nothing, and now it's just the inside disc and what's left of the fins. That's so dangerous. I've seen it before.
Alrighty, folks, got this 2002 Ford Explorer, custom states.
O2 Explorer, yep.
Feels like something's about to fall off. But
Oh.
honestly,
Oh, yeah, that's probably what, either ball joint or wheel bearing?
look at this.
It's got to be a
Man,
ball
it's about
joint
to
or a
come
wheel
off.
bearing.
Let me get this racked up and we'll see what's going on. Quick update, got the thing lifted up and let's see what's going on.
Wheel bearing. Called it.
Ain't got no bearings there.
Look at how long it's been going. It ground the bolt down.
That's why it's doing that.
Jesus.
Customer states there's a noise while driving and trouble
Oh.
getting it in gear. The vehicle
That's a clutch spring. Oh, wait, no, this has a sprung pressure plate on it. That's weird. Either way, it's been hitting. Oh my God.
rolled in and the technician pulled the transmission. The clutch and
The pilot bearing. Oh no, that's really bad. This is where the transmission input shaft goes into the motor itself.
flywheel area are packed with metal, the pressure plate is torn up, and the input side of the transmission is chewed.
Oh my God. That thing's toasted. That transmission's had enough damage right there. With that damage there, and the flywheel, that could be you could be looking at major replacements. Wow.
Look at this dirty.
Ew.
Green.
What is...
Customer states
What filter was that even for? That had to be some kind of diesel DPF filter or something.
car sounds funny. Can you check it?
So we don't have.
What'd I miss there? I don't know. Somebody gonna have to comment. Gonna have to let me know what I missed there. I don't
We
know.
have any of our mongoose cables. They're all gone, right? None in the box for this.
It's a mongoose cable.
But over here, we got a guy selling one, and wheel locks. Just so good.
Roadside breakdown.
What is a mongoose cable? That's something I don't know either. Somebody in the comments can have to let me know about both those last clips. I'm confused as
The
hell.
customer doesn't know why the vehicle won't start. The customer's
Oh.
brother had already checked it earlier and couldn't find the fault.
That is a coolant reservoir full of oil. That means the oil from the engine is somehow getting into the coolant system, more than likely through the head gasket. Have fun with your new motor.
Customer states they accidentally put oil in the coolant reservoir.
Oh,
After an hour
God.
of flushing with degreaser and a flush gun, the system still pushes out sludge. The hoses
Ugh. That is the nastiest thing. Yeah, make sure you're putting fluids in the right
The
place.
radiator can be replaced, but the block looks just as bad. The shop's trying to see if this engine can be saved, or if it's too far gone.
GMCs in the shop today for a New York State inspection to make sure it's safe for the road.
Yep. We can see it already. Box frame rot, the rear left corner. Any truck that uses a box frame, which normally, okay, draw a C, and that's what it would look like as a cross section. Box frames are four-sided, but there's nowhere for water that gets in there during rain, or worse, when it's salt and snow. It'll seep up inside the frame, and then there's no way for it to get out of the frame. So it sits in there and just rots and rots and rots and rots. And eventually you end up with a frame that looks like Swiss cheese, just like this one. I'm surprised he's able to get this truck. Is this on a drive-on rack?
11 GMCs in the shop today for a New York State inspection.
Oh my God, it's not. That's on a 4-post. Or a 2-post. Good sir. What is holding this truck up?
For the road. And now I'm kind of wondering if you could put a fork in it, in the frame.
Yeah. Oh
Passed
my.
last year too. Or how it passed. But this is my inspection fork. If I could fit the fork through your frame, you fail inspection.
Yeah, stick a fork in that one. It's done, buddy. That's a... I'm going to start doing that.
The other side looks pretty good.
That's
Maybe
hilarious.
somebody just rust-proofed it. That's why the rust looks all dark and saturated.
Oh my God. Somebody rust-proofed that? That's the oil coating I'm talking about. I talked about this in the last video, oil coating. That's what I'm talking about. You can see it's got like this film on it. That's that like slightly gelatinous thing I was telling you guys about.
Somebody sprayed some sort of oil on it, whether it be fluid film or anything else. But I
fluid
guess
film.
2 years too late. And this truck only has 75,000 miles on it.
Yeah, tell me you live in the snow belt. That's probably an Ohio truck
This
right
vehicle
there.
rolled in with multiple
Wait, no, he
issues.
said New York State. So yeah, it's even worse.
Truck only has 75,000 miles on it.
This vehicle rolled in with multiple issues. The technician is wondering if anyone would know the pairing pin number for this Bluetooth compressor.
Bluetooth. Yeah, that's wireless, all right. How's he getting his phone down in there?
My heater don't work. I don't know what's wrong with it.
I know what's wrong with it. Those hoses should be connected to those pipes. Somebody had this thing apart trying to flush a heater cord and forgot to put it all back together again.
I don't know what's wrong with it.
Yep, been there, done that. I've had to flush a heater cord, but you always make sure you get them put back on.
Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid.
Yep. What I tell you, another Chrysler. Shears an axle off. That is, wow, that's really bad.
Customer states, loud noise on the highway sounds like my engine blew up.
Customer states, ever since they've had their brake pads replaced, there's a vibration, and man, look at that.
So brake pads, let's go back a second. See these pins on the back of brake pads? Yeah, they're there for a reason. And if you put the wrong pad on the inside or outside of the rotor, sometimes these pins are in the wrong place and they'll hit the piston.
There's a vibration,
And they'll cause that kind of damage right there. That's from it hitting that pin. That just wiped that caliper out.
It's the exact same on the other side too. If I had to take a guess, it looks like somebody had one of those depressor tools, and they didn't have like the little piece on it or a brake pad, or didn't use a brake pad to push it in, and just put it on that and just rammed it in, and that is making it not sit properly on the pad, causing it to shake. Oh man, it's even pushing the seal up too. Oh my god. At what point was bro like, yep, looks good, send it out the door?
I don't know what. I thought that was the brake pad. Must have been the tool, but either way, that can happen with the if you put the wrong pad in there. But wow, what a mess.
This guy's got a whole fuselage on his trailer.
What?
Some kind of jet. And then he's got the wings or portions of the wings in the bed of his truck.
What?
That's pretty cool. I've never seen that going down the interstate before.
Where do you buy this? How? you're just on Facebook Marketplace and somebody's like, hey, jet fuselage for sale. Like, what? Where's that plate from? I can't tell where that plate's from. Where do you even buy that? That's hilarious.
You can submit clips that you personally film on our website at justrolledinYT.com.
What on earth?
I hope you enjoyed this video, and please consider leaving a like or subscribe.
All right, well, that was an interesting one for sure. Jet fuselage on a... okay. Yeah, I got no words for that one. Thank you all for watching. My name's Soji, and I'm out. We'll see you on the next one. Have a good one.